What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ride and Ad channel, or welcome back. If you don't know who I am, my name is Chris, and currently I ride a 2020 Harley Davidson Lowrider S. So, today I'm going to be installing this Alloy Art mid-control shift linkage. Let's roll the intro and start the install.
Riding down a YouTube channel, it's the riding down a YouTube channel, it's the riding down a YouTube channel, it's the riding down a
So a couple reasons why I wanted to do this install. One, it's a fairly cheap part that customizes the look of the bike. They have a couple different colors. Obviously I went with black to match all the stuff I got going on with my bike. I have not personally had any issues with my shift linkage. However, there is a lot of stories on the internet of Harley shift linkages just kind of going kaputs on you, and I don't know what causes that. Supposedly they're just made of poor quality. I haven't had that issue, hopefully I never will, but supposedly this will fix it. So if you are somebody that's had that happen or worried that it will happen to you, this will be a replacement part that will alleviate that worry. The other nice thing about this is that it has ARP bolts that come with it for that. If you don't know anything about ARP bolts, they're awesome. You typically can't buy them in regular stores. You usually have to order them online. No regular hardware stores, at least that I've ever been to, carries ARP. They are even stronger than grade 8 bolts, and grade 8 bolts are incredibly hard. So, very good hardware. Alloy Art makes a lot of really good stuff. I actually have Alloy Art good and tight bushings for my risers on my bike. And let's take the old one off, put this sucker on.
When you compare the two, you can tell that the Alloy Art shift linkage is just a little bit more beefy, and it's actually a little bit bigger, and the way that you lock it into place is a little bit more simplified. To put the new shift linkage on, you're going to have to kind of move around a little bit all the parts of the shift linkage to be able to get your fingers and tools in there around the bolts of the primary case. And when you put it on first, you're going to want to make sure that the adjustments on it are a little bit loose and out. That way you have a little bit to move either in or out when you do your final adjustments for your foot placement with the shift lever. After all that's done, I went ahead and moved the actual lever up a little bit because I knew it was going to be way too far out at the bare minimum for the actual shift linkage from Alloy Art. So I went ahead and did some preliminary adjustments. It's really important to use whatever shoe you typically ride in for the actual adjustment process, because it is going to affect where the shift lever is and the placement, especially if you only have one for a toe shift versus having the two for a heel or toe shifter, like on bigger bikes typically, such as touring bikes. After I was happy with where the shift lever was, I went ahead and cinched down the bolts for the mid-control shift linkage from Alloy Art, locking in the adjustments. After that, I went ahead and removed the ARP bolts and coated them with a little blue Loctite and put them back.
Alrighty, so we got that done, and if anybody is curious, I'll show like a little bit of comparison of them. When I was wiggling these joints, I don't think the video does it justice, but when you feel it, and this could be because it's, you know, a year old or whatever, but you could tell, well actually you could see there's plastic in between the ball and the actual piece on these old ones, the stock Harley one. There is no plastic, and if there is, you can't see it. I believe it's just all metal in there, so that's nice to have. Well, what's the screw? What I would say is a pain in the butt, at least on my bike, is the ARP bolts are hard to get to versus these Allens when you're installing it, especially when you have to keep backing them in and out and stuff to adjust the fine tuning for your shifter placement. That being said, once you're done installing it, you're never gonna have to adjust it again unless you get like a really different pair of riding shoes or boots at some point. It's gonna stay there and never move unless you change it out. So initial install, very easy, just time consuming sort of, and sort of annoying just to get that placement. The other kind of annoying part is it's not the exact same length as the stock one, at least for mine. I didn't have my stock one way backed out. So you will not be able to just place it right over this one and kind of compare and make it the exact same length and then put it on. You will have to adjust your whole setup, which for me was annoying, and I wish it was the same length. But again, after this install, never going to be a concern again. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you noticed my shirt, I was playing around with some stuff, and I got a shirt made for myself with my logo on the front, and then on the back a little bit of just a cartoon image of me. I've been putting in some stuff. Thought it'd be cool just to have my own shirt. I buy every other company's shirts, and thought it'd be cool to have my own. So please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Please like this video if you liked it. Let me know what you think of it. I think it's a nice little piece on the bike that shows just a little bit more than just kind of like your stock lowrider, in addition to the performance benefits or longevity, like durability benefits that you're supposed to get from it. So again, subscribe, like, check me out on Instagram. I say it on most of my new videos when I remember. I do try to post more, and if you ever have any questions or comments or anything like that that you want me to get back to quickly, conversations on Instagram is the easiest part for me to do. So till next time, guys, ride safe, have fun, Dad out.